Hi, and welcome back! Today I'm gonna try to make the legend, the icon, the Christmas staple, the Grinch. But specifically, this tiny baby Grinch that appears for only a fraction of the movie but is incredibly iconic in all its I'm judging you side-eyed glory.
Santa, bye-bye.
The doll I'm using as a base is this horrendous Baby Alive that again I got from a thrift store. Man, I hate Baby Alive dolls. I think they're so ugly. The only way to remedy this is by a total face transplant. First, I removed this atrocious manicure that someone gave this doll, but hey, it makes me glad to repurpose a doll that was previously very loved and played with. I have never sculpted a face before, so I wanted to use a material that was very cheap and also light, because the doll is already very top heavy and something like epoxy clay would make it even worse. So what I ended up using is foam clay. It's not as easy to handle, but it's also low risk, at least financially for me. First, I have no other option but to make the head even bigger to hide the sculpted plastic hair. But I didn't do it in frame, so I'm sorry. But here it is, the doll taking its Megamind form. Now I'm gonna try to make the nose and the mouth, using this exact image as my main reference. At this point, I didn't think I would have to cover the entire head, and I would just have to add a few details, but I quickly realized that the base doll had completely different face proportions than what I was trying to achieve. So I used a marker to guide me on where each face element would be placed. After the first pass of clay was in place, I also used a sculpting tool to help me visualize where the mouth and the face wrinkles would be placed and left it to dry. The next day, some small cracks appeared because this clay shrinks slightly when it dries, but that's easy, just some more clay on top of it to smooth it out made the trick. Now I'll start with the next layers of the face, starting with the eyelids, and then the nose and the eyebrows, eye socket bones, I guess. All while paying close attention to my references. For me, the most iconic part of the original Baby Grinch is his mouth, his almost Mona Lisa-like smile. And it was also the hardest part to get right, but I think I managed. After that, I also sculpted his little ears, and after dry, that's how he turned out. I tried to sand the foam to smooth out the surface, but apparently this clay doesn't like being sanded. It started to crack, so I aborted my plan. If I knew that would happen, I would have tried a little harder in the sculpting part to make it a little bit smoother. But hey, it's the Grinch. He's supposed to be ugly, right? At least that's what I kept telling myself. And I just hoped that the paint job would make it better, so I mixed up the perfect Grinch color, and then when it dried, it was Shrek. The paint dried so much darker than I thought, but I had no choice but to wait until the next day for it to dry and mix up a new color. I also only painted the parts that will be visible after I make his clothes. After the new paint job dried, I grabbed some chalk pastels to make his cheeks rosy and to make the little wrinkles on his face pop. For his eyes, I mixed up a very light yellow and painted the pupils looking at the side, just like my inspo. To make his hair, I tried brushing acrylic yarn to make wefts, but it disintegrated and it all became fluff. But it was probably for the best, because I ended up gluing the fluff for hair and it turned out really cute. Then I did the same for his eyebrows, but with black yarn. Now for his clothes, I made a pattern using the magic of Christmas and turned it all into fabric, and then the fabric into this tiny baby onesie. Now let's dress him up and see how it all turned out. had the best time ever making him. It was something completely out of my comfort zone, but it ended up better than I thought, so I'm really proud of myself for trying something new. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you all happy holidays and see you next time. Bye!